This video shows how you can leverage FinOps capabilities and cloud data integration to reduce your cloud infrastructure costs. FinOps, or Financial Operations, is integrated into cloud data integration through intelligent optimizations powered by Claire, Informatica's AI engine. Claire uses machine learning to help you govern and control advanced cluster infrastructure costs and provide transparency into your cloud spending. It generates insights and recommendations to reduce costs, optimize performance, and ensure that your budget goes toward the most important data management initiatives for your organization. Let's say you work in financial services and your organization is pursuing a new cloud initiative. Your organization allocates a budget toward the initiative, so you need to design your project in a way that reduces costs and optimizes performance to get the maximum return on investment. You need to set the dollar amount you're willing to spend to run cloud infrastructure, prioritize high-impact jobs to meet deadlines that contribute to business revenue, decide whether to run a job on cluster infrastructure or using SQL ELT, and review infrastructure cost data for closure and auditing reports. Let's see how we can set things up. Let's log in, open Administrator, and select Advanced Clusters. Then create an advanced configuration. We'll select a runtime environment and create the cluster on AWS. To set a budget for cloud infrastructure costs, we can use a Claire-powered configuration. Let's optimize the cluster for cost and set the target average cost per hour and the maximum cost per hour to define our budget constraints. Claire will use the budget to select cluster infrastructure and dynamically scale out and scale in the infrastructure based on the workloads we run. Then, we can configure the rest of the cluster properties. After we save the configuration, we can see that we have a few Claire recommendations. Claire generates recommendations to identify additional cost savings and performance improvements. Next, let's open data integration. Here's a mapping we want to run as part of our cloud initiative. It's an Amazon S3 to Amazon S3 mapping that uses aggregate functions to get the average, max, and sum of the source data. To run the mapping, let's create a mapping task. Because this mapping is key to our cloud initiative, we need to prioritize it and make sure the data is processed on time to meet our deadlines. Let's set the job priority to high and configure the target duration. Later, we can check if the task met or exceeded its target duration. On the Runtime Strategy page, Claire can help us decide whether to run the mapping on the cluster or using SQL ELT. We can see that running the mapping on an advanced cluster is likely to meet the target duration. It's also the most performant and cost-efficient strategy. Let's run the mapping task. While the cluster is running the mapping, let's take a look at our cloud spending and monitor. Claire summarizes the estimated cloud infrastructure savings due to its intelligent optimizations and shows a breakdown of the key areas that contribute to those savings. For more financial insights, let's drill down on the cluster. We can view detailed information like infrastructure costs, usage, and peak workload times. We can also track the infrastructure costs that the cluster incurs over time. For each data point, we can compare the actual costs to the average and maximum costs we set in our budget. Let's check on our job. We can see that our high-priority job completed successfully and met its target duration. We can also see that we have one Claire recommendation available. To optimize the job even further, we can run Claire tuning to fine-tune our runtime parameters for cost and performance. And that's it. For more information, Click the Informatica documentation links in the video description, visit our communities and support hubs, or check out our website.